It was stolen property. I mean, we were naked all the time and filming each other, but those tapes were not meant for anybody else to see.
In 2022, Hulu released a series, Pam and Tommy, without Anderson's consent, which highlighted her traumatic past. Now, Anderson wants to shed light to her own side of the story.
I just wanted this to be as honest as possible, but I think the hardest job in the world is to be yourself.
Anderson finally feels ready to be vulnerable and share her story in her own words.
I think part of my reason for really kind of stripping down and stripping all this away is because it's just time to really be myself.
Pamela Anderson, a symbolic figure in the 90s, bears her soul in her newly autobiography, recounting a life filled with glamour, trials, and resilience. From her unforgettable role in the hit series Baywatch to her fervent advocacy for animal rights, Anderson receives the title as the It Girl.
The 90s were a wild ride, from Playboy cover girl to Baywatch babe to that stolen sex tape of Pam and then-husband rocker Tommy Lee. Now she's looking to move forward.
You're the it girl right now. You're everywhere.
She was tired of always having people talk about her body and appearance. She wanted to mean something, so she joined forces with PETA, which donated millions of pounds to saving animals.
Being vegan is better than driving a hybrid car. You're saving the environment and you're saving yourself.
Brandon Lee, Anderson's son, explains how he knew all along this movie would be produced. He himself wanted to produce this film so he can go on and tell the hard truth.
Once I had children, I found like I had a reason. It all made sense.
Pamela Anderson even gave up the leading role in Chicago to be able to take care of her sons, who were always the most important part of her life.
But I don't think anybody really knows the real you. And I know the real you. You're very intelligent and shockingly surprising at all times.
Anderson explains how she has no interest in seeing this documentary, as she has nothing to hide anymore.
For the documentary, I gave the keys to my archives to the director, Ryan White, and to my son, Brandon Lee, and I just said, the only thing I want to know about the documentary is nothing.
White likes to explain how Anderson was always unapologetically herself in every way. Anderson uses this autobiography to address misconceptions and allow readers to gain a better understanding. It offers a platform to discuss her activism, relationships, and career, giving fans the chance to see the person behind the persona.
I can live in a box, I can live in an apartment, I can live in a mansion, a castle. I'm always going to be okay.
Ryan White quotes, "The infamous stolen tape, which we're very careful to call stolen tape and not sex tape, was just one of hundreds of hours that they filmed." While White was gaining content for Anderson's autobiography, he found a multitude of her diaries.
Journaling, too, was something I did to know what I was feeling.
Well, to me, this is a really amazing storytelling device if we have your voice.
From small-town Canadian to Playboy icon, this Netflix documentary gives an inside scope chronicling her love life, challenges, and career. White says, "It's all just about being raw and honest, for better or worse. It made for a really emotional film, and I'm just grateful that I got to work with someone like that."
I just remember thinking like, wow, if we make a film about this woman and she's really like she is on this Zoom, which she proved to be, I think it's going to surprise the hell out of people.
The reason for this autobiography being brought to millions today is to finally get Anderson's truth on her own terms and not just be seen as a symbol of sensuality and beauty.
It's Pamela Anderson, public property.